welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. For today, I have a continuation of my ColourPop Marathon. I actually have 3 palettes today. This is the new Y2K collection. So I have the new Millennium, I have Digital Playground, and Just a Glitch. I also went ahead and picked up the Super Shock eyeshadows that go with these. Not sure if we'll use them today or not, but maybe. So I wanted to show those to you, and it came with a little butterfly clip. So I have the little butterfly clips in my hair. I feel like I'm back in the 90s for sure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with swatches. So the first 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is the new Millennium palette. Let me open that for you so you can see it without the glare. So there's the new Millennium palette, and there are the swatches for it. Okay, and then next is Digital Playground. And Digital Playground starts right there. So there you go, there's Digital Playground. These 5 right here. Okay. And then last but not least is Just a Glitch. And that would be those shades right there. So these 5 shades right here, that is Digital Playground. No, I'm sorry, that is Just a Glitch, my bad. That's Just a Glitch. And then I also went ahead and swatched the Super Shock shadows because they're beautiful. This first one is called In the Saddle. This one right here is called In the Saddle. The next one down is Cami Crush. And then the next one, the last one, is Low Rise. And it looks like the first 2 have a shift to them. Very pretty. And I'll hold these up and let you see the shimmer a little bit better. So very, very pretty. Some of them are a little bit lighter, more pastel, some a little bit brighter. So we're going to play with all 3 of these today, and then what I'll probably do is do the eye look with the palette and then go back and add the Super Shock shadow on top of it just for a little bit more dimension or whatever, and that way you guys can see the Super Shock shadows in action as well, because they are really, really pretty. So I definitely want to give those a try today. So we're going to go ahead and start with New Millennium because that's the order that I swatched them in. I have already primed my eyes with my Ulta matte eye primer. Time to get a new one just about. But I've got to try some of my other primers to see if I like them. Alright, so this is the palette we're playing with first. It's called New Millennium. There you go, it's kind of a purplish pinky palette. Very pretty. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by laying down. I can't read any of that. Wow, I can't read the shade names. I might just have to point to them. Oh, MP3. Okay, so I'm going to start with MP3 right here. That's cute. Alright, and for that, I'm going to use Morphe E22 right here. So I'm going to bring this into the crease. And they are powdery, so I am tapping off my brush. Oh yeah, that has lots of pigment. Lots more than I thought it did when swatching. But of course when you have an eye primer on, it makes it pop of it. Alright, so that is what that shade looks like blended out. Hopefully it's coming across. I feel like it's a little washed out. But it's a pastel, so it's supposed to be. There we go, that's a little bit better. So there's that. Next up, I'm going to dip into Woot Woot, is what this is called. So we're going to go in next with this shade right here. I'm going to put that on my outer corner and probably pull it into my crease a little bit. For that, I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use my Sigma small diffused blending brush E45 right here. Okay, so dipping into Woot Woot. These names, I love it. Oh, I said I was putting this on my outer corner and I went right to the crease, but I was planning to pull it through the crease, so now let's build up that outer corner. Okay, I'm back. I have both of those blended pretty well. I'll do a little bit of cleanup before I put on my complexion because these are super powdery. So I didn't do complexion first. I expected to have fallout. Next up, I'm going to go into Friendsters is what this one is called. Never heard that term, but we're going to go in with this real pretty shimmer Friendsters right here all over my lid. So for that, I'm going to use a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill as soon as I find it. There it is, Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH41. And I will definitely be spraying this. Oh, this is what the brush looks like. I will definitely be spraying this because they're kind of chunky and pressed real soft. Alright, so this is what it looks like now without being cleaned up and without putting a super shock on. I am going to go in with In the Saddle, I think, for my lid. For that, I'm just going to use my finger. So I'm just going to put it on the inner portion of my lid if possible. Oh, maybe not. This is more of a glittery topper, so I'll just kind of bring it across. Okay, there we go. That's what it looks like with the Super Shock. I'm going to do the other eye off camera and be right. Okay, there are both eyes with that Super Shock called In the Saddle. I know it still looks, the shape is still a little messy, but I'll clean that up when I put on my complexion. But this is what they look like so far. So I'm going to pop off and do my complexion. Then we'll come back and do the under eyes and the inner corner. So I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I have my complexion done. So now we're going to work on the lower lash line and the inner corner. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go into, I think that says TRL, but let me double check. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. Yep, TRL right here with a little heart imprint. I don't know if you can see the little heart imprint. It's kind of going away since I swatched it. There, you can kind of see it. Anyways, I'm going to use this on my lower lash line. So for that, I'm going to use a Morphe E36. And this is a matte, so I'm going to make sure to just tap it off, not getting it wet. Alrighty, and then for my inner corner, we're going to go in with, this one right here. It looks like it's the less than symbol and the number 3. I don't know what that signifies, so less than 3. I'm going to use that in my inner corner. Going to use that same brush, that Morphe E36. I'm just cleaning it off real quick. And I will be spraying this. Alright. Oh, that's pretty. Nice and bright. Alright, there we go. So that is done. I'm going to pop off camera and do my lashes and find a lip, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I am back. I have my lashes and lips done. For my lashes, I started off with the L'Oreal Age Perfect Lash Magnifying Mascara on my upper and lower lashes. And then I am wearing the House of London Iconic lashes, the Style Iconic, I guess I should say. And I adhered those with the Kiss Lash Liner Glue, which is just a felt tip pen with an adhesive in it. It works so well. For my lip, I used NARS Bound. Let's see what this is called. I think it's, wow. Velvet Lip Glide in Bound is the lip that I'm wearing. So that's all I did while I was off camera. So as a reminder, that was the palette New Millennium right here. New Millennium, and then I used the Super Shock shade in the Saddle. Let me open that so you can see it. So in the Saddle, refocusing, there we go. That's the Super Shock shade that I used. It's a really cool color. So that is this finished look. I will be back shortly with look number 2 with the next palette. Alright, I am back. We are going to now play with Digital Playground. This is what it looks like. Right there. Very pretty pink palette. So to get started, I'm going to go in with, Juicy. This shade right here is called Juicy. So I'm going to go in with that. I am going to use my Morphe E22 and go ahead and start buffing that into the crease. Alright, I have that all blended in on both of my eyes. The next one we're going to go into is, I don't know what that is, Love Plus. Anyways, it's this shade right here. I'm going to use this shade and I'm going to go in my crease again, but I'm going to use a little bit smaller brush for that. For that, I'm going to use this ColourPop E9. It's stained, but there's no pigment on it, so it's perfectly fine to use. Okay, so I'm going to dip into that one that I can't figure out the name on. Oh, it's very powdery, and it has it's a matte with glitter, so the glitter will likely fall off. And I'm just buffing this into the crease a little bit lower than that first crease shade. Get ourselves a nice little gradient going. Alright, I'm back. I have that look, or that color blended out, this one right here, in my crease as well. Next up, we're going to go on the lid with this shade right here. This pretty pink. For that, I'm going to use my trusty Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH41 right here. I will definitely be spraying the shade because it is a little crumbly. Oh, you know what? I haven't built up my outer corner. Let me build up my outer corner with that shade that I can't figure out what the name is. The one I was just using in my crease. I thought I had built it up more, but I didn't. Super fast, just pop, pop, pop. Okay, that's better. There we go. Now I'm going to go in with that shimmer, which I'm not quite sure what it's called. So anyways, that pretty pink that I pointed out, that's what we're going in with. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. So I'm just taking this all over the lid. Alright, so there's that eye. I'm going to do the other eye off camera to save time and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have both of those eyes done right there. So now we're going to do the lower lash line. For that, I'm going to go in with, I think it says Crib. But anyways, this shade right here. I'm going to go in with on my lower lash line. For that, I am using the Morphe E36 brush. And this is a matte, so I'm just going to tap off my brush really well and take it across the whole lower lash line. Okay, there's that. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to use a Morphe M. 508 right here to do my inner corner. For my inner corner, we're going to use this middle pink shade right here. Right here. So I'm going to dip into that and definitely spray it because it's chunky as well. Or real softly pressed, I don't know which, but either way, I'll have fallout if I don't. Oh, that's pretty. Alrighty, so there's our finished look before any super shocks. I'm going to re-swatch them real quick. I'm not going to swatch the one we already did, which was in the saddle. I want to use one of the other two. So this one is called Cami Crush. And it's like a beautiful duochrome. Doesn't have a lot of pigmentation to it. So there's Cami Crush right there. Hopefully you can see the shift. Kind of leaning towards that one because the other one looks more purple and it's called Low Rise right there. And yeah, definitely more purple. Very iridescent purple. Alright, so I've decided I'm going to go in with Cami Crush, which is this one, this shade right here. And I'm going to use a Luxie 245 small shader brush. Okay, so let's see how this does on a brush. Oh yeah, it seems to be picking it up pretty well. Some do, some don't. Alright, so this one seems more like a topper. Like a duochrome topper. So I'm just going to keep it more on my inner corner. I'm not going to take it, I'm only going to take it to about the middle of my eye. Just so we can still see that pink. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to pop off camera real quick and put on my lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back with my lashes and lips. So for my lashes I use the same mascara, the Age Perfect Lash Magnifying Mascara, use the same falsies, the, there it is, House of Lashes and Iconic. And I used the Kiss Lash Liner Glue again. And then for my lip, I used, I think it's Fanfare. Hold on, let me just double check. Yeah. I can't tell the number, but it's Fanfare is the name of this. It's a MAC lipstick. And this is what it looks like right here. I really like it. I got it in a boxy, and I don't think it's a color I would have normally pulled out or picked out, but I really like it. So as a reminder, this look was with the Digital Playground. Right here, and then I used the Super Shock Cami Crush on the inner part of the lid right there. So I don't know if I did this in the other one, but here's the finished look. So you can see it to the side. See it to the side with my eyes open. Alright, so there we go. That concludes look number 2 with palette number 2, and I will be back shortly with palette number 3. Okay, I am back for palette number 3, which is called Just a Glitch. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So we'll be playing with that palette. I've already primed my eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by putting probably the green in my crease, part of my crease. I'm going to use both purple and green. I think I'll tuck the green in here and then do purple out here. Let's see what that looks like. That's going to be interesting. For that, these are discontinued, but this was a Jeffree Star blending brush. So I'm going to start with that green, and like I said, I'm going to kind of tuck it into this area right here. And again, powdery, so be sure to tap your brush off. Oh, that's a really pretty green. And so what I'll do is take this about halfway, and then I'll pick up the purple and do it the rest of the way. Okay, I'm just going to use the same brush to dip into this middle purple matte right here and go on and continue on, and then I'll probably also build up the outer corner with that purple. It's kind of a purplish blue, so I think it goes well with the green and blends in well with it. Okay, so that's what that looks like. I'm going to pop off camera and do the other eye to save time, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, so I have that blended. So hopefully you can see the variation between the green to the kind of purplish blue. It's like a periwinkle shade. It's really pretty. I think those go well together. So to kind of play off of that, what I'm going to do is, where I have the green, I'm going to use this beautiful green shimmer. And then where I have the purple, I'm going to use this beautiful purple shimmer. And we're going to see what that looks like. For that, I'm going to use my trusty Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH41 brush. We're going to start with the green, since that is what we started with on the inner corner. Okay. It's really pretty. Alright, so on the other side of the brush I'm going to dip into that purple shimmer right here. And then do that where I have the blank space right here. And I'll be spraying this one as well. Okay, I am back. So to continue with the, the variations in colors, I'm going to do green on the lower lash line to about the middle of my eye, and then the matte purple from the inner corner to the middle of my eye. Okay, I'm going to use a Morphe E36 for that. So we're going to start with the green, or the purple. We'll start with the purple in the outer corner. And then we'll go into the green halfway through. Okay, now the green. Alright, so there we go. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to use a Morphe M500, I think it's a 508 right here. And I'm going to dip into this white shade. I think it's kind of a duochrome, but I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Ooh, and it is crumbly. Wow. Picked up way too much. Way too much. Alright, I'm going to spray my brush. Yeah, it's a very chunky shade, so I don't want to pick up too much. Yeah, it seems to have a little bit of maybe a greenish shift to it, which is perfect. So I'm putting it up right against that green. Okay, there we go. So that is the eye look complete. I'm going to pop off camera and do my lashes and my lips, and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I'm back. I have my lashes and my lips done. So the lashes and everything are all the same as the other two looks. I used the, I don't even know where I put it, L'Oreal Lash Magnifying Mascara. I used the House of Lashes Iconic Falsies. And I used the Kiss Liner Lash Glue, which I just had out. There it is, the Kiss Liner Lash Glue. And then for my lip, I used Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the shade Amorosa. It's just kind of a My Lips but better shade, so I just wanted to go with something really neutral. So anyways, this is the finished look and the final look. I decided not to use the Super Shock, so I'll use that some other time, I'm sure, because it's gorgeous. I just really liked the way this pastel look came together, so I just wanted to leave it as is. So here we go. This is what it looks like. All finished. So there we go. That is all three palettes. I played with every single shade. They all worked very well. Of course, make sure to tap off your brush because they're powdery and the metallics are kind of crumbly, so you want to use them. I probably spray your brush and use them wet. But otherwise they perform wonderfully. I had no problems with any shadows whatsoever. So if you were interested in any of these palettes, I would recommend them. I think they're $10 a piece if I'm not mistaken. I really like these size of palettes. So comment down below, let me know which one is your favorite look. I'm just curious, so let me know. But with all that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell so that you'll be notified of all my future content. I am doing a ColourPop Marathon, which basically means I'm trying to do looks with ColourPop at least every other day, if not every day, because I have a ton of ColourPop palettes that I haven't had a chance to use yet, so I figured I'd use them on camera. I have lots of other content coming up and I have some giveaways coming up, so I definitely wouldn't want you to miss out on that, so I would love it if you would subscribe, and even sharing it would help me out even more. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. And then yeah, with all that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you're staying safe. I hope that you're staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!